Listen, the real estate market looks solid on the surface, but underneath, there's a ticking time bomb nobody's screaming about yet. You're out there, hustling, building portfolios, pouring capital into safe assets. But the truth is, this invisible force could wipe out everything you've worked for faster than you can blink. It's not interest rates shooting up or some obvious economic crash. No, it's way more hidden, way more dangerous. Here's the cold-cut reality. The biggest risk right now is the massive, unseen debt bubble buried deep inside commercial real estate. Institutions, pension funds, even banks. Everywhere you look, the debt piling up is insane. And the quality of that debt? Rotten. These loans were made when the market was hot, valuations stretched, and now, with inflation biting and tenant defaults rising, those loans are shaking. Hundreds of billions of dollars in badly underwritten loans are on the edge. When they start getting called in, or worse, default, sellers will flood the market all at once. And prices? They will tank hard. You don't want to be caught holding the bag. Think about what this means for you. The founder, the investor, the leader. Your cash flow predictions, your portfolios, your growth plans are all sitting on a fault line. Too many folks keep pretending it's just a normal market correction, but it's not. It's systemic. This will rip through layers of the market no one's mentally prepared for. The old safety nets? Gone. The usual wait-it-out strategy now feels like stepping on a mine. Frustration will hit when you see deals dry up, financing freeze, and opportunities turn toxic overnight. So what do you do when the ground starts shaking beneath your feet? First, stop falling for the comfort of outdated models that ignore the scale of this debt problem. Recognize the invisible trigger, and more importantly, get ahead of it. Don't just watch others scramble. Be the one who's prepared. Here's the real power move. Spin your strategy from leveraged bets on commercial real estate into liquidity and diversification. Shift focus to assets with shorter lease durations, stronger cash flows, and tenants in sectors that aren't drowning. Think tech infrastructure, healthcare, maybe even industrial real estate tied to supply chains benefiting from nearshoring trends. Second, get ruthless about your due diligence. Don't buy into glossy reports or hype. Dive into the debt structures underneath your investments. Demand transparency on loan terms, debt maturities, and tenant creditworthiness. If you don't see the numbers yourself, you're flying blind. Remember, the bigger the name on a deal doesn't mean it's safer. Many top-tier investors are about to get burned because they ignored signs for too long. Third, prepare your capital structure to survive the shockwaves. That means no over-leveraging. Trim debt where you can, increase reserves, and build lines of credit now, before lenders tighten their grip. If you're an investor, think like a lender too. Pricing risk accurately could mean the difference between real losses and a sharp gain. Get ahead of the squeeze on financing, and don't wait for the panic to start moving. When the crash hits, capital becomes king. Finally, make alliances with other smart players. Isolation kills in times like these. Build relationships with operators, lenders, and investors who have boots on the ground, who see the shifts early, who move fast. This isn't about cities or flags. This is about being connected to the pulse of what's actually happening on the ground and capitalizing before the herd runs. Ignoring this unseen factor is like driving blind into a storm. It isn't going to wait for you to prepare. Your pain, your frustration, the anger at how unpredictable and unfair this feels. It all makes sense, but channel that fire. Use it to act now, to pivot strategy before it's way too late. The market will shake, yes, but if you navigate it right, you won't just survive. You'll come out stronger because you saw what others refused to see and made moves when they stood frozen. Don't be the last to know. Don't be the one stuck in denial. This is the moment to own reality, even the ugly, hidden parts, and make power moves that others will envy when the dust settles. Your future depends on it. No excuses, no delays. Get ready. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit the featured link to discover more.